for. Actually, we've been waiting for it because we haven't opened this box that Dallas ordered from Japan. It's
It's a
been
heavy
sitting.
one.
How long has it been sitting there waiting for us to
About a
get time?
week.
Yeah, we've just been really busy. We've been going to concerts and stuff, so we're not able to shoot this video. And I feel bad. I said, "Come on, we gotta let you open your box." How many CDs and DVDs are in this box from Japan?
I think there's about 34. I could be a
Okay.
few more, maybe close to 40, but it's pretty heavy. This is one of the heaviest boxes I ever ordered. These are mostly used CDs. It's a great site where you can buy used rare rock CDs from Japan. It's always in really pristine condition, and you really honestly can't even tell the difference because they don't really shrink wrap the stuff, so you really can't tell if it's been really used or new. So I'm really excited to get into this. I think we're gonna crack the seal here.
Wow.
It's a big
Yeah,
moment.
that's really, really cool stuff. Lately, Dallas has been getting a lot of silvers. He's really into the getting the silver, you know, factory pressed
From the from the
from.
real, mostly from Taiwan, I think is where they press a lot of these now.
So yeah, it was something I was mostly into, but I never really bought that much from out of the country. I would always go to like record stores and things like that, and you just whatever comes up, you would buy it, or if you didn't buy it, you'd never see it again. But he's ordering, from the internet, so there's a lot of selections here. But some of them, once he buys them, they sell out. They only have like one of a kind. So.
Yeah, and a lot of these are very limited in their print runs too. So if you don't get it, you'll never see it again. Oh wow. Okay. Now these are the DVDs in here.
We got a fortune in bubble wrap here. Be careful with that. We may need to reship some of this stuff.
Yeah. Need to
We,
tear
we
it out.
do like recycled packing materials here. We don't believe in.
Now this one is
Let's see.
a really cool, the Black Sabbath Ultimate Ozzy Osbourne years. We got Cal Jam, Don Kirshner's Rock Concert, Top of the Pops, Live Aid, and then Rock of the 70s. Bubble wrap rules. But yeah, this is a Ultimate Edition of it's like a Ozzy Osbourne collection of all his great performances, all pro shot. It's a really cool one.
And we've got Tootsie Wootsy with us. She's been really dedicated. Thank you for watching this and sticking with us through all these years and channels, of course. Tootsie Schmutzy, I'm sorry. I've been kind of trying to figure out. It's very small writing here. Anyway, what else do we got here in
This
the
is a
box?
release that the Beatles should have put out officially. For the last the bootleggers have gone crazy. This is Shay, the great performance of the Beatles. This is the complete 2 CD, 2 DVD set. You have the stereo remaster, the Gilles Martin remix and remaster, the Ron Furmink remix and remaster, so a lot of different versions. And then also you have the full concert. I believe that they use either file footage, or there was a version I saw with an AI manipulated vocal part for the missing songs on this, because the original film, because it was a TV special, they cut about 2 songs from the Beatles set to fit into this hour time slot. So it's kind of lost. It's unsure if it even exists, but the versions of She's a Woman and Everybody's Trying to Be My Baby do not exist anywhere. You can't see it.
They didn't fit it into the time slot, so they just threw out the tape.
It could have just been lost on the cutting room floor. They just said, just cut this out and let's just get rid of it. There's no point. So it's probably lost because when Ron Howard went to make his documentary of the Beatles in the United States, he couldn't find the footage either. So it's very likely that it doesn't exist, but the audio does exist. So they're able to use file footage and kind of complete the concert.
Is this from Shea, like 1965?
This is the 65. They did play again in 66, but this is the one that everyone remembers because this is the one that was recorded. This is the one that they sold out Shea Stadium, the largest concert at the time.
Wow, that is...
The origin of arena rock right here.
How many
Beatles.
discs is this again?
This is 2 CDs and 2 DVDs.
Wow.
It's got different remasters and different mixes. So it seems
Do
like
you have the opening acts also on this or not?
Just,
You didn't
it's
really
just the
need
Beatles.
it.
There's
Yeah,
no-
thank God. I remember watching that at Beatle Fest, the whole,
It was released
show.
on Laserdisc. I believe that's where a lot of the footage comes from. It's a Laserdisc release. This is a full Pink Floyd The Wall Tour live in Nassau Coliseum, 1980. This is apparently an upgrade. I have a version of this that's not upgraded, so I'm curious. The quality is pretty good. It's a pro shot, but it's not really the typical classic pro shot in the sense that there's no cameras on the stage itself filming them. They're kind of off to the side or in the audience. I believe that they attempted to film a pro shot of this to release in the theaters of this tour. Is really a great tour, and they've released bits and pieces on the immersion box set of what Roger Waters might have in his vault, but there's no existence of a officially released pro shot of this. So this is cool to have live at Nassau Coliseum. I believe that the CD soundboards were from the Nassau Coliseum of the Is There Anybody Out There release. So this is cool to have a
I'm
video.
going to say to the record executives in the music industry is, what are you waiting for? Release it. You guys have the rights to it. Do it. Do it.
Roger Waters has got it. He definitely he must have something because they did attempt to film it. They said it was too dark because they didn't want it to have big bright lights on them because it would have influenced or ruined the stage performance. So he does have something.
That's why it's kind of dark.
It's kind of dark. So he has something though, and they did put parts of it on the immersion box set. They released I think it might have been Hey You, and it looked really good. So
All right, so I think I see Van Halen poking out of the top of that.
This is a cool one. This is Mansfield, Van Halen, 2015. I believe this is an audience recording. This is on the Shades label.
That was their last tour with Eddie Van Halen, I believe, right?
Yeah, 2015. This one is a pro shot. One of the few pro shots. This is the Tokyo Dome.
Oh, that's the Tokyo Dome. Wow.
2013. This is a complete pro shot recording. They released this as a live album, and this is the video.
So that's where they got the audio from for the
Yeah.
live album. Wow.
It's from this date. Got a little Kiss here. Rock Am Ring, 97.
That's
Pro
cool.
shot.
I was watching some of that on YouTube. And
Original lineup.
yeah, it's really well done.
The full reunion there. That was hopefully they reunite again soon at the Kennedy Center. It'll be interesting to see them perform, but I don't believe that any reunions are in the future for Kiss at this point. Lucky to be seen together. And this is the Ginger Baker tribute concert, another show that should definitely be released. I don't know what they're waiting for. This was a great concert. A lot of Roger Waters is on that, Clapton, Ronnie Wood, of course. He's on every tribute.
Yeah, I really got to hand it to like Eric Clapton and Ronnie Wood for, paying tribute to these legends in music when they pass. They're really diligent about it, and it's just a nice thing to do to remember them.
And they always do it at the Royal Albert Hall. I believe they did a Jack Bruce tribute.
Yeah.
It's he was great. I mean, really one of the great drummers of all time, Ginger Baker.
So this is like a silver version of,
Right.
because I know
I
we.
have a Blu-ray of it, but they had
Oh,
a promotion. If you buy two of certain titles, you can get a third title free, and this one was maybe $6 or $7, and I really wanted the free title, so I needed to get two things to get to that, and this was the cheapest thing in that category.
oh, I
I'll
see.
show you what the title I got for that for free was that I was really paying for. This is a big stack of CDs here. This is a really cool one. This is the free title I wanted. The Silver Press, which is really cool because usually don't give away Silver Presses for free. This is a Silver Press Detroit Third Night Master Video. This is apparently an upgrade from the original. The complete concert they released as a bonus disc on Kissology, I believe the second night. But this is the third night complete. And they didn't have this for sale. You could only get it if you were to get two in a certain category. And it has the full concert and also bonus footage from backstage at Cobo Hall and People's Choice Awards. So that I think I don't have, and that's just cool to get on Silver Press.
Tootsie Schmutzy is very impressed with your collection, Dallas. I am too. I'm just blown away by this because, I think that's Cobo Hall, which is
Cobo.
legendary.
That's where they did a live in '75. They did it at the Cobo Hall. This is '77 though.
But these alternate nights that you never, heard anything from is pretty cool.
This one is from a pretty cool collaboration. That's the Paul McCartney and Brian Wilson. This was released as a tribute to Brian Wilson on the Digital Archives promotion label. They do God Only Knows together. It's
Paul's favorite song.
It's his favorite song ever, and it's really a great version. And it's cool to have them play together. And has their individual sets, and then they play together too. So it's a cool one.
Two geniuses at work there.
They were musical rivals for a period, and they each kind of pushed each other to do better. Or they had I believe it was Rubber Soul, then Sgt. Pepper, and then kept going. Pet Sounds. This is a 74 soundboard definitive Hammond. I don't have any of this at all, so this is really cool to have. This is on the Zodiac label. This is numbered. It's number 105. The definitive Hammond 74 full concert. This is on their Hotter Than Hell tour, which is a great album.
Yeah, it's cool. No, I've never seen that one.
This is another upgrade. Wings Venice 76 on the Wings Over the World tour.
See, we were talking about this earlier. I think Paul McCartney professionally recorded a lot of those shows because he was going to do Wings Over America or Wings Over the World,
and they did do
TV specials.
Right, they had there's a
rock
one
show.
song from this that was professionally filmed for Venice TV, and there's a clip of that on YouTube you can watch. He's got a mustache. He usually doesn't have a mustache. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, this is Venice 76.
Wow. That was the Wings at the Speed of Sound album was being promoted.
And this is Vienna 76. Both of these were like $3.
Wow. That's incredible stuff. And these are
audience recordings, but they're
recordings.
really well done. They're a mix of different sources of audience recordings. So certain audience members had better recordings, but they weren't complete. So they kind of mix them together to get like a complete show. This is the Eagles live in Largo 77 Pro Shot. It's about an hour concert of the Eagles in Largo.
wow.
It's about $3 as well.
I think I saw some of that on YouTube also. That's really cool stuff.
This is another Pink Floyd The Wall Tour Pro Shot. This is live at the Earl's Court. 2 DVDs. Divided We Fall. This is another really a great show. The sound quality is soundboard, so they're very enjoyable to watch. Even if you can't because they were like on S video, so they're a little bit grainy, but these are apparently upgrades. So I'm excited to see if this is really improved over what I have, because what I have is probably from the 90s or the 2000s. So this is a new 2024 release. This one was a really good deal. This was a numbered edition, the unprocessed Decatape, which, again, this was a couple songs, 3 songs of this made it onto anthology, but this is largely unreleased and still a very, very needed addition to the Beatles catalog. I think they should put this out in full. I mean, it's so historic, really. The Decca audition tape where they were told that they have no talent or no place in show business, and that
Kind of like what happened to Jimmy Fallon.
or Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel, yeah, I'm sorry. But we won't get into that. But it's just, they said that because guitar groups were out in 1960.
It doesn't even make any sense.
They were out.
They picked Brian Pole and the Tremolos or some band like that. They were on the way up, but the Beatles had no talent. That was known as it's probably the biggest blunder in music history. They made up for it by signing the Stones, which is possibly the only band that could have rivaled the Beatles, but they just they did make a big mistake not signing the Beatles. This is something that I had never seen before, and I'm really excited to listen to. This is the Wall 1980 soundboard rehearsals, stereo soundboard recording. It is it's number 39. This is a new edition, and it's from the Paramount Studios in LA. Their first show on this tour was at the Universal Amphitheater, or not the Universal. It was at the
Sports Arena.
The Sports Arena.
Which is no more.
It does not exist anymore.
Springsteen was the last artist to perform there. He loved the Sports Arena.
But this is a very cool edition. It's another Kiss title. This is the final Ace Frehley show. This is a newly discovered soundboard master. I believe that it was upgraded from the original.
Wow.
This is Auckland 1980, the final Ace Frehley show.
This is just the CDs, because
2
I believe
CDs.
there is
I have the DVD of this as
video
well,
of it
but
as
this is just the upgraded CDs.
Wow, that's awesome. It's been
remastered. Stereo soundboard. And this is another one that's really cool. Back to the Egg, Rough Mixes.
I like that album. That was the final Wings album, Back to the Egg, 1979.
It was very good. It's just, there was really a big hole left in Wings after Jimmy McCulloch's death. So,
and then that somehow Joe English, the drummer, was not included.
Right.
In this album either. I don't know.
I don't know what happened, but
just didn't even talk about it. It's just like Darren and Bewitched. You just get a different guy to play him or something. You know, don't talk about why.
But I'm interested to hear the rough mix of this album.
Is this a single?
It's a single album. It's the rough mixes. I don't know too much about it. It was used. It was on sale. It was about half price.
No, there's been a lot of interest in Back to the Egg recently.
And McCartney's going to be putting out his greatest hits, Wings' greatest hits album. He should have done I personally would have loved to see the London Town McCartney Super Deluxe, where he does the big box sets, or maybe the Back to the Egg one we're missing, but he's doing a greatest hits album with all already released songs.
That's what we need more of, is more like officially released compilations from Paul McCartney, right?
It's like, not enough.
I think Paul Simon also did a lot of those greatest hits. I keep seeing them. I was collecting them for a while. I said, "This is crazy." I mean, I mean, there's more greatest hits albums from Paul Simon than there is like solo albums. I mean, it's absolutely insane. And they all mostly have the same songs. Maybe there's a few here or there that they throw in that's different.
So these are two recently discovered Beatles concerts. These were discovered within the last 2 years. This is Bournemouth and Walthamstow, 1963. You have the Roy Orbison opening act on there, a little bit of that.
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
know he opened for the Beatles.
And you have the Beatles. This was discovered very recently. This must be I think this is a 2025 release. This is apparently the definitive edition. It's just cool to have a really early recording of the Beatles in '63.
And the Monkees reunited, played at Bournemouth also back in
'97.
97. That's just for those, of you who taking notes at home there.
It's a historic, Bournemouth.
That's about the only other concert I have from Bournemouth is the Monkees reunion.
Yeah, they do Taste of Honey and Boys, which Chains, a lot of songs that they wouldn't really continue playing very much because a lot of the recordings of the Beatles I have are from 64 and 65. So to hear them in 63, they're doing a lot from their first album.
Boys,
that's a good Ringo song. Baby It's You, that's another song they didn't continue because their set largely remained the same from 64 to 65.
Yeah,
so
you don't get a lot of live versions
of those songs. Of course they do It's Our Standing There and Please Please Me. They do Some Other Guy, that's a song they did a lot in the Cavern. This is another Wall release, it's about $3. This is the Wall 1980 curation. It's a mix of the two pro shots, so it's a mix of the best moments from Nassau and the Earl's Court. On one DVD, it's pro shot. Seems pretty cool to complete the set. A little bit of curation of the best moments. Another newly discovered tape. This is Wings' first concert live at Nottingham University. They did a university tour when they first formed in '72. Wow. And this was a newly discovered tape. It was posted on a Beatles forum. I remember seeing it when it was posted. And this is a silver press of that. So it's cool. I think it's about 10 minutes longer. It's much higher quality, and it has bonus tour rehearsals on there. So that's really cool. This is from the new reel-to-reel tape remasters, about 10 minutes more.
So the Wings start out by playing like small pubs and universities, and look where they ended up, in these
that was
big
his. That's
arenas.
what he wanted. He wanted to take a band and go from the beginning. Let's.
I guess small. His last band, the last place they played was on a rooftop, so it was an
only
improvement.
Up from there, yeah.
They got closed down in the middle of it, by the police.
But yeah, it seems like really cool. I haven't heard these tour rehearsals, but the recording is really great. It's
audience. Or?
It's a reel-to-reel audience, but it sounds really good, especially this new remaster. Wow. It's very, very good. This is Black Sabbath Pro Shot Collection 1970. It's pretty cool.
Is it a concert or?
It's a collection from the Beat Club in Bremen.
Oh, wow.
The Rock of the 70s, and various pro shot footage. I was kind of, I just want to watch more Ozzy now. Real talent. Now this one is really cool. This is the Beatles, 1964, the tour document. This has got Ed Sullivan, all the performances on Ed Sullivan. It's got the Miami rehearsal in color,
wow,
which is really cool. It's got the first appearance, the second appearance, and the third appearance. And then it, of course, has their concert at the Washington Coliseum, which they, again, release it. It's really well recorded. It's a pro shot. It looks great.
These are the black and white.
These are all black and white. These are colorized.
Oh, this is colorized.
This is colorized.
Okay,
and
cool.
then you also get the black and white if you want to relive the original experience. But, it was a pro shot concert. It looks great. The Beatles, they didn't put it out. They listened to fans, though. They're going to release Anthology 4 as a standalone release.
Oh,
so
they are going to do it.
They are listening to the fans, but what we really want is the
27-minute version of Helter Skelter.
That's what we all want. That's what we really need. There it is.
I noticed you had in your collection another, I think it was an Ed Sullivan colorized standalone
I
video.
have, I do, but it was from a different company. I believe this
Oh.
company, their colorization is superior to the others. And
Wow. I'm anxious to see
I'm
that.
anxious to see, because I've seen, there's different companies. There's like the guys who do Mr. Claudel, and they had one of the Washington in color. And then this is Goldie's, and they had a Washington color. And between the two, I thought that the Goldie's release, which I believe is the same one on here, was vastly superior to the Mr. Claudel release. I thought this was the definitive one. It looked almost like it was shot in color. So I don't have their Ed Sullivan footage, and I really want to see that. And it has the Miami rehearsal, which I've never seen before. I don't think I have that
The
anywhere else.
Miami rehearsal for
Ed Sullivan, yeah.
Was it in the same Ed Sullivan? Well,
It
no.
was from
Where would it be?
February 16th, 1964. So I guess their second appearance.
Where would they have recorded this rehearsal? Like, I know it was in Miami, but I'm just trying to figure out the
I
venue.
have to do a lot more research.
That's
into
crazy.
this. I just know that
Because I thought everything was from like Ed Sullivan Theater in
right in
New York, but I guess maybe did they send in a film or something? I don't. It was before my time, people. I'm sorry.
Did they go to? There's pictures of them. Did they possibly vacation in Miami?
They were definitely at the Deauville Hotel, because I've seen bed sheets
from
there.
that.
Gotta leave now. Hope. Hey, well, thank you for being with us for so long, Tootsie Schmutzie. I believe, yeah, we're gonna stream this. You can catch the ending later, but thank you so much for all your support, and for all the others who are watching out there. And
now this one, it seems interesting. I didn't have it. This is the Now and Then anthology. It seems cool. It's got Now and Then on it. It's got different remasters, remixes, and different versions, stereo mixes, stuff that's not on the original anthology. Seems interesting. They do like a restored version of In Spite of All the Danger, the first recording by the Beatles.
Double album, wow.
Double album. Free as a Bird, clean, restored, new remix. It's got the All Things Must Pass, the Beatles version.
Interesting that George Harrison didn't think Now and Then was even worthy of them finishing as a song. And then, it won like rock vocal or some kind of a Grammy last year, them and the Stones.
Single of the Year, I believe.
Single of the Year, for a throwaway. Not bad there.
So these are some Stones releases. This is the stuff that a lot of fans here like. This is a really interesting one. The Rolling Stones Black and Blue sessions with the great Jeff Beck.
Wow, I didn't know he was.
He was auditioned to be a Stone, and this is his audition. He tried out. It was right after Mick Taylor left. They were looking for a new guitar player. It's very bizarre that they would leave Ron Wood on there on the cover, but I guess it has
unless he was
Black and Blue sessions as well. So it's a mix. But this is the Jeff Beck Jam, live at the Rotterdam rehearsal. They auditioned a couple other famous guitar players. They auditioned Rory Gallagher, a great Irish guitar player, and they begged Ron Wood, please leave the Faces, come join us. You're the only guitar player that could be that could really fit in with our band, and he made the right call. He joined the Stones.
50 years this year. That's right.
This was his first album. This is I believe that this is this possibly also has Steve Marriott on guitar, Mark Ronson, and it may have Rory Gallagher. So I'm excited to hear that. I've never heard him jamming with them. Wow. Yeah, they say that he could possibly be on some of these. They don't know.
The guy who put it together doesn't know. You can't expect him to listen to the whole thing. He's got things to do.
He may be on there. And this is Beggar's Banquet Alternates Masters.
Wow. I have an album called Beggar's Breakfast. I wonder if there's any overlap.
Possibly. This has got the Beggar's Banquet alternate album, so I believe they use alternate takes to form the full album in its original track order. Then it's got extra tracks of the studio outtakes for Family, Still a Fool, Highway Child, Give Me a Hamburger to Go, Blood Red Wine. All these songs were never released. Never heard these Stone songs.
Hamburger to Go, definitely.
Give Me a Hamburger to Go, Highway Child, and Still a Fool. So I wonder if they evolved into different songs, or if they what happened to these. But some cool throwaway Stones songs on there from the last album with Brian Jones, Beggar's Banquet. This is Ronnie Wood's favorite Stones album that he's not on.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he would have liked Let It Bleed, but maybe this one.
He likes this one. I think it's because of Sympathy for the Devil. I think he's a really big fan of that song. But that's what he said. I watched an interview.
No, I believe you. I'm surprised it's not Emotional Rescue. Oh, he was on Emotional Rescue, so he couldn't like that one.
And this is a cool one. Voodoo Lounge. This has got the alternate Voodoo Lounge and the rehearsals and sessions.
That is cool.
Cool Stones album.
That was a really great tour and album, Voodoo Lounge, 90s.
Yeah, I collect, this is from the Gold Plate label. I collect this label and I have almost all of their releases except for these ones. So I believe my set is now complete.
Wow.
And I'm excited to, maybe we'll go in another video, show them all off in one go. There's about 15 of them on the Gold Plate label, 15 to 20, and they only do Stones. I believe it's the same company that does this release, the DAP. Just they have different names for different, because they have the little insignias in the corners of their cases, and this one has the little Goldies one. You can see that. So I believe that they have different labels for different bands, so not to confuse the bootleg buying company.
Don't worry out there, we got more coming up. This must have cost you a pretty fortune, and they charged you tariff on it also.
Which they shouldn't have, which was...
It's recorded material is not supposed to be subjected
to tariffs. These were actually quite affordable because a lot of them were used, and if they're like this, they're really quite cheap. This is the LA Forum 76, the second night. This is not the night that Mike Millard recorded, or the one that was soundboard. So I've never heard this one before. Again, my favorite Wings era.
Yeah, definitely. That's really was my first Paul McCartney album, was Wings Over America. I probably told this story before, but it was a gatefold, and I would stare at that really cool picture of the band, while they were playing, because it was before the age of VCRs, and definitely before I owned them. And so you just had to imagine that picture moving, with the bubbles and the lights. And I remember Denny Lane playing the double neck guitar. I thought that was really cool.
This is Kiss Crazy Nights in Springfield. This is an audience recording, I believe, but it's pretty good. This is on the Crazy Nights tour with Bruce Kulick and Eric Carr.
Nice.
This is pretty cool. Another Macca release. This is Pro Shot Sao Paulo 2023. Again, I had the Blu-ray of this, but it's cool to have both the Blu-ray and the DVD, so you can have the full collection of the release, because they like to reissue these in different formats, but this was only about $3, so I'd like to...
$3,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and then this is another... This one was pretty cool. This is from the guys who do Mr. Claudel. This was also really cheap. This is the Beatles Rock Band mixes. This is one of their affiliate labels, WW2. It's pretty cool. These are, they would, from the video game, they're able to take the different isolated tracks and make new mixes from that. So it's interesting. These are really cool. They have a lot of different rock band mix albums out there. But they don't have any that are for Aerosmith, which also had a rock band. It's just only the Beatles that really they go crazy about making different mixes for. This one Another $3 release. This is an audience recording of a compilation from the Latin American tour in 2024. A lot of really interesting footage on there. I believe this was posted on YouTube, but this is cool because it's authored on a DVD, and you can select the track, and sometimes they claim the audio and then it's removed, so it's cool to have it physical.
That's right. Here today, gone tomorrow. Sometimes on YouTube, you just can't ensure that those things will stay because of community standards. I could go on and on about YouTube's community standards, but nonetheless,
It's another Van Halen release, unreleased video from 1978. I believe this is a lot of 8mm footage. What's on here? We got San Diego, Day on the Green in Oakland, Lubbock International Airport, I believe that's Texas, the Drake Hotel at the Madison Square Garden, and it's cool. It's backstage footage at the Drake Hotel. That's really cool.
I've never seen that.
And it's got backstage footage with Black Sabbath.
Did they play in the same bill as Black Sabbath?
I believe that they did. Maybe, but 65 minutes of unreleased footage from '78. I've never seen any of this footage.
Wow.
So when I saw that, I needed to jump at it. $3.
They hit the ground running in '78 with their first album. I believe it was.
So yeah,
78,
possibly the greatest debut album of all time. Let's see, what else do we have here? This is Monterey 24. McCartney. This is an audience recording. Again, I just like to collect anything McCartney. I don't know. He's just really the great, in my opinion, the greatest songwriter and musician ever, really. I mean, there's no person who has created so much music, so much in the last 60 years. I mean, he just doesn't stop.
And influenced so many people.
And he's just, anytime I see a McCartney release, I really feel the need to jump at it. Again, this is another one. This is Buenos Aires. This one, I bought the non-definitive edition before I knew this definitive edition exists. The difference between the two is that this doesn't have any logos, any watermarks from the station, so it's full picture, and they also have some extra footage at the end of different backstage. Or it doesn't have any. It does have it does have some stuff at the beginning that got back tour rehearsals from the sound check to showtime. And it has Now and Then live at the River Plate Stadium. So it seems like an interesting.
And
release.
this is a
2 DVD. This is
Pro
a
shot?
Pro Shot.
Wow.
Yeah, this doesn't have any watermarks.
South Americans love to
They love McCartney.
broadcast. Yeah, a lot of these rock shows.
I believe every time he's played in Sao Paulo, there has been a recording of it on South American TV. I believe there's one from 2011, 2014. There's a 2023 one. There's a lot of interest. What else do we have here? This is a release, BBC sessions 69 to 72. These are not on the box set. I went and I reviewed what was on the released 3 CD, and these were not on there. The released album mostly focused on, I believe, the Ziggy Stardust period, but I didn't see these releases. This is from the Playhouse Theater, the New Bond Theater, different studios. I have to review again, but this I didn't think was on the release. This is a numbered one.
And these are CDs? Or?
2 CDs of the BBC sessions. There's so much material from the BBC. A lot of these British groups have a lot of unreleased stuff from the BBC. This is really, really early Bowie stuff. This is 62 to 64. I mean, we got here Davy Jones and the King Bees. You have the Manish Boys, Davy Jones with the Lower Third, and David Bowie with the Buzz. This is when he was still going by Davy Jones.
Can't help thinking about me. I know he brought that one back to like some of his 2000 concerts
Funnily
era.
enough, this features Jimmy Page on guitar on
Really?
2 of these tracks. I guess when he was a session musician, he was with the Manish Boys.
know
This
that.
has guest
Yeah.
guitar Jimmy Page. So
I don't even think Jimmy Page talked about
his
playing
time with Bowie. I wonder if this is real or what's going on here, because I didn't even totally. I just saw this was like $8 or $9. I thought I've never seen. I don't even remember the King Bees. Then it has demos and acetates and alternates. This is really, really early Bowie stuff. This is the mod years. Got another Bowie release. This is one that, the great album. This is Ziggy Stardust. This is called Another Phase. It's got the acoustic mix where they strip the electric instruments off. It's got BBC tapes, and it's got the backing tracks. This was a release I wouldn't have got, but it was used, and they only had one available. It was half price used, so I thought I'm never going to see it this price again.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
So I needed to jump at that one. Let's see. This one I already had, and I don't know. I got confused by the artwork. I didn't realize, and I
That
bought it
happens
again.
to me. Sometimes I'll buy the same thing because the artwork is different, and
This
I
was
didn't realize it.
Literally $6, so it's really not a big
Where is
deal.
that from?
This
That's
is the
Soundstage?
soundboard sound check, stereo soundboard. It's really, really great. So I'm really not upset to have it twice. Plus, I didn't have the Obi strip on mine.
Where is this? Like, what year was this?
This is from 2015 or 2017, I believe. 2017. This is the one-on-one tour. This is really cool. The sound check.
Didn't like John Lennon do the one-on-one thing in '72 or?
Yeah, I
The
believe he did
one-on-one
have the one-on-one concert. Yeah, that was from. They released a big box set of that
I
recently.
don't know why they need to borrow each other's tour names. There's so many there. Let's go with some like.
Well, McCartney's been doing Got Back since the '90s. He did it. He did Got Back. Now he's
Get
doing
Back.
Get Back. He's
You just got to go look at some of these bootleg names of
be
albums.
reminded.
You might name a tour after that.
Now this is another Kiss one I didn't even remember buying. So this is Hot in the Palace. This is Pro Shot live in Auburn Hills in Detroit in 1990. I believe a truncated version of this exists on the Kissology release, but they were kind of, this is 107 minutes, so they were, when they made Kissology, they were kind of trying to save their space, so they didn't include full concerts. So this is the full Pro Shot recording of this is from the Shade Tour.
Wow.
Hot in the Shade Tour, yeah. I love this album cover. So it's really one that they don't show a lot. It's the Egyptian Sphinx with sunglasses on. That on the Hot in the Shade album. It was a good album, but
Yeah, you don't really see them talking about it too much or promoting it.
this is from 1992. This is a soundboard.
That
at
must be the
Dayton, Ohio. This is the
Revenge.
Revenge. This I think is the best Kiss without the original members album. Revenge was really good. It had Domino. It had I think War Machine was on Revenge. Yeah, I think it had a lot of really good. This is a really good Kiss album. I think it's kind of underrated. I think people should recheck out Revenge. Plus, it had that cool all metal cover, and they had an edition of it that I think, or maybe I'm thinking of the double platinum Kiss hits that was reflective. I don't know if this
But
one
it
was
did have like a kind of a metallic,
look to it.
armored look to it. Yeah.
This one I didn't have. Soundboard, San Bernardino, 85, the Animalized Tour. Another $5 release that they just give you the discs with the front cover and then not a real back, but song list on the back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cool.
Get a lot of bang for your buck when you go with these ones. It's pretty cool, and they are printed on the discs. But yeah, this is live in San Bernardino, February 20th, 1985. Here's another one that finishes out a collection of mine. This is live at the Empire. Now, previously, I didn't even remember them playing the Empire in '63. I didn't know that there was pro shot footage that even existed, but apparently there was. So this is live at the Empire, Liverpool Empire in '63. It's got live at the Palace of Wales in '63, live at the Manchester '63, live at the Granada Center '63, and then it does have the Royal Variety performance that I remember. That's pro shot. That's
Is that
really
where you
cool.
can rattle your jewelry and?
In the expensive, if you're in the cheap seats, clap your hands, and the expensive ones rattle your jewelry because the Queen was there, present. That's pretty bold that Lennon would do that. But they were a band that was loved by the Queen. She gave them an award also.
Yeah, I remember that. And they were like associate knights or something.
They were. But this is cool. The ultimate collection of footage from '63. Again, I really don't remember ever seeing very much footage from this.
Yeah, you might not be a big fan of the royal family, but they did have good taste in rock music.
Definitely.
You might not agree with all their politics and things, but I definitely agree with their taste in music.
Now this is to go with the Monterey video I have. This is the sound check, the complete 50-minute recorded sound check he does. Yeah, if you're a VIP, you get to attend his.
Amazing. Ooh, it's so cold in here.
That he doesn't usually do in the performance. Like he does the midnight special. Ram On, he'll never do in the full concert, but he loves to do them on the sound checks. He does Every Night, Mrs. Vanderbilt. That's a great song to do in South America.
Oh, hey, oh. Yeah, this sounds like a
soccer game.
I like when they sing like those soccer songs to their fans. You know, the fans will sing to the artists like the Stones, and they get together and sing these soccer songs or something to show reference and deference to the band.
This was another really well-priced release. This is Rare, Unseen, Unheard. This is a DVD and a CD of newly discovered footage of the Fab Four and newly discovered audio. So it has the alternate video for Rain. There was the one of them that's pretty famous of them in the studio with the umbrella, and I believe this is the one of them walking around in the garden, where they were also wearing. I believe that this is also the one where you could tell Paul McCartney has a chipped tooth after his motorcycle incident. So you can see his chipped tooth on these versions of Rain and Paperback Writer. They were filmed in the same day at like a botanical garden. It's really cool. Unreleased, another label I collect that I didn't have this one. So this is cool. Finishes out my set.
So that's kind of like a lot of different versions of upgrades.
Yeah, upgrades, rare. It's a lot of
different stereo remixes on the audio part of it.
Now this one, they got me really intrigued. This is Houston '77 Night 2. This is a recording that has existed a long time in a lot of different formats. They claim that this is the definitive upgrade, that this is the cleanest, the clearest, the best Kiss recording that exists. And they really went on highly and highly about this particular issue. It's a one-disc version of the concert in Houston. There's 2 nights, but they said that this night, if you could only pick one between the first and the second, they said to get the second night. So I took their advice. I got the Houston Summit Second Night. This is a numbered edition. I got number 135 there. And this is a Zodiac release. They do a lot of Kiss and heavy metal bands.
Very cool.
This is another one from them. This is the Crazy Nights demos and outtakes. Again, it must have been a reason. I think that, again, this was one that I was buying to get some of these titles for free that they weren't selling on the site. So this is a really cool one. It's got from the one-on-one recording studios in Canoga Park. I have their release of the Rock and Roll Over demos and the Destroyer demos, but I didn't have the Crazy Nights demos. So goes with the set.
Very cool. So I'm just like overwhelmed by all these titles that I've never seen before.
And this is the last one. This is the soundtrack to the documentary Get Back that was put on Disney Plus. This is what they believe should have been released to coincide with that release. It has versions from the film, so that's a great new remaster of the Beatles' Let It Be sessions. So this is what they think should be released as the album to go alongside it, Get Back. This is another one that was that I was missing from my collection of Goldie's titles. And
well, you've got a lot to listen to now.
Yeah.
I tell you,
it's once you start collecting, it's like an urge. You need to get all of the ones from these releases. So this is what I've invested in. I think this is a worthwhile cause.
well, they're going up and up in value, and hard to find. And you know, I remember when I used to have a closet, and I'd have the records on the top shelf, and I filled up my whole closet, you know, and when I was growing up as a kid, and I said, okay, this is it, you know, this is it. I filled up all the space, you know, and I'm done. It's canonized, but there's always more, especially these unreleased recordings. If you're a fan, you want to.
I don't know where they
all.
find this stuff. I mean, some of it it goes unreleased for like that McCartney one from the new transfer. It was long heard as but the version of it wasn't complete. It's crazy. After 50 years, they're gonna find a complete version of that concert that someone had a reel-to-reel that wasn't.
I guess
wasn't
sometimes
willing
it
to
comes
transfer
up
it
in auctions, or
I believe that was the case.
they
It
find
was
in
an
somebody's
auction.
attic somewhere. You know, like, oh, okay, let's auction this one, see what happens.
It only leads you to believe what else could be sitting in these vaults.
Could it be the Peter Sellers tapes part 2 that we're missing? You never know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's been real. Thank you all for watching, and we'll definitely, I'm sure, get some more. We're expecting some more packages in from Asia, right?
One more from Korea. It's really getting Korea's having a real hard time with the tariffs. It's Japan. I think they've kind of figured out, but this Korea one, somehow it's in Switzerland now.
It's
I don't
not
know.
my favorite word anymore. I don't know.
Yeah.
We love family and love and all those other things much more than tariffs. But anyway, let's hope he gets his $90 back for the last box. I mean,
Yeah,
they screwed up at
you
FedEx.
gotta be careful that you have to, when you write if you're gonna purchase things, be very careful when you write the harmonization code that you use the periods. There should be 4 periods.
It wasn't your fault. I think it's the people working there just put the wrong code in.
Yeah, but that was, I think, what the only thing I could have done differently is you have to ensure that you use 4 different periods to separate different classifications, because when FedEx or whoever you're using to ship your package goes to clear it through customs, they're very quick with it. So if it's not done right, they're just going to mark it as something random and charge you 15% to get it moving, because it's a 15% tariff on everything but recorded media, because this is educational. You need this.
Cultural
educational. So kids still do
I'm learning a lot. It's amazing
Yeah.
how much you know about all this. So anyway, don't forget to keep on rocking. and listening to music. Thank you so much, DJ Dallas, for all the cool sharing all those cool titles and holding back from opening this box. He didn't even remember all the stuff he ordered.
Yeah, I
did he?
didn't. I did not. So I wonder what I got from Korea now. That's the next one. But I think after that, I'm out. There's nothing new.
I've said that before,
there,
but
I'll have to wait till they
it's a
make
slippery
new,
slope.
I'll have to wait till the new releases come out, because at this point I've pretty extensively scoured, and I think I have everything that has come out recently. So we'll see what comes next.
Yeah, well, he's got these. He ordered this tower. He's going to probably order it for me, right, for the 1,600
Discs,
discs,
revolving tower.
revolving tower. We need that floor to ceiling, and this monolith in our room, because this stuff is just getting all over the floor. I don't have room to put it in closets, so
I
we need
will
to store
include
this.
a link actually in the description if you want to check out the revolving tower we're purchasing. I'll put
Do a
an Amazon
video
link.
on
Yeah, I'll put it. Yeah, I will. I will definitely.
I mean,
include
really,
the
it's a
Amazon
problem. It's like you need space in your house for the physical media.
link. Right, because especially when you have a shelf, you don't get as much unless you can
Revolve it.
So I will definitely add a link right after this ends to the description.
All right, everybody, keep it real and keep on rocking. Bye now.